And this is what we have on the Gemini. And so, Kayla Smith, why don't you break this down for us? I guess by the time I'm asleep is when they're going to really pick it up. But our daybreak crew and those of us that are up at the crack of dawn might be able to see these.
Yeah, so it's going to be the best time to watch these. By the way, it is Geminid, not Gemini.
Yeah, I was going to ask Gemini, you, did I do that?
Because it is off after the Gemini constellation, but it is pronounced Geminid. But these meteors are best to see past 2 a.m. because that is when the moon sets, because the moon is a little bit bright right now as we are 3/4 of the way full on that moon. So you can really look anywhere in the sky for them, and that forecast is going to be a little bit partly cloudy, so we will have some clouds overhead, and it'll be 32 degrees. Have you ever seen a shooting star, Ian?
I have. Not since I've moved here, but you know what? Maybe tonight's the night to stay up and see one.
Maybe you could. Maybe you could. So let's take a look outside Elkins Auto right now. Not going to see any meteors outside this cam, especially with how bright these lights are, but temperatures right now 25 degrees, so a little bit chillier in Elkins, but those winds are calm. Humidity at 78%. Did reach a high of 54 degrees in Elkins today, so it was a bit above average, and those temperatures are going to be on the rise as we get later into the week. And that sunrise tomorrow going to be 7:30 a.m., so really between 2 a.m. and 7 a.m. is that best time to see those meteors tonight. Satellite radar right now not showing very many clouds, just a few passing to the north. And taking a look at the United States, most of the country is under an area of high pressure right now, so we're seeing a lot of clear skies. We do have a lot of rain and snow off in California, as well as some spotty precipitation in the Pacific Northwest, but mostly we're dealing with some clear weather for the next couple of days. Not expecting to see our next rain chance until Thursday. Current temperatures around the area right now coming down into the mid to low 30s across the area. Morgantown at 37, Buckhannon at 33, and Sutton is down to 32. Tomorrow morning, most of us going to be below freezing. Webster Springs going to be at 33, however, but mostly these are pretty much average temperatures, what we expect to see for this time of year in December. But these high temperatures are above average. Most of us going to be seeing these temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Could possibly be seeing 60s as we get further south, but if you don't see any 60-degree temperatures for tomorrow, we still have the possibility to see them Wednesday and Thursday, as those temperatures are going to be on the rise throughout the week. Checking out the futurecast, this is 2 o'clock, right at that prime viewing time for those meteors. We do see some clouds overhead. They're going to start to clear out as we get later into the morning. And mostly throughout Tuesday, going to be those clear skies. As we get towards Wednesday, though, we do see those clouds start to thicken up. So Wednesday is going to be a mostly cloudy day. Those clouds are going to be building up ahead of this low pressure system, and this is what's going to be bringing us that rain as we get towards Thursday. It's going to start to pick up this moisture, that cold front moving through Thursday night. And then as that moves out, some of this precipitation kind of lingers around, gets picked up by this next low pressure system, bringing us some rain for Friday night as well as into Saturday. So going to be a pretty wet start to the weekend. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast, we do see that chance of hitting the 60s on Thursday, possibly on Saturday as well, but that does not come without some rain. And then temperatures get back into the 40s for the start of next week.